This is your tech news briefing for Monday, January 30th. I'm Zoe Thomas for the Wall Street Journal. The collapse of cryptocurrency exchange FTX was swift and has left a lot of casualties. Among them is a large group of African customers. In the days before FTX's implosion, before it froze customer accounts and eventually filed for bankruptcy, it was heavily recruiting Africans to invest on the platform. It lured customers in Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, and other countries across the continent. Now, as FTX goes through bankruptcy in the US and the company's new management tries to locate customer funds, many of those people don't know if they'll ever see their money again. Joining me to discuss this is our Johannesburg-based reporter, Alexandra Wexler. Hi, Alexandra. Thanks for being here.
Thanks so much for having me.
So, to start with, why was FTX recruiting customers in Africa?
It's a really fast-growing market for cryptocurrencies. A lot of these exchanges position themselves as a safe haven to store money, much like a traditional bank, against tumbling local currencies and oftentimes runaway inflation in a lot of these markets.
What were some of the tactics that FTX used to attract customers on the African continent?
So they used a lot of marketing. They had events that people would speak at who were experts or self-proclaimed experts in cryptocurrency markets, where they would educate people about cryptocurrency, how to invest in cryptocurrency, and also how to use the FTX app. And then they had a lot of these, what they called ambassadors, oftentimes university students. They were campus ambassadors who would host events at their universities. And if they had a certain number of people attend, FTX would pay them, and FTX would sponsor things like refreshments and marketing materials to try to attract people to these events. And oftentimes they would also have giveaways attached. So merchandise was a big thing. So FTX hats or FTX t-shirts. And then if you signed up for an FTX account, then there were often some kind of sign-up bonus. So $5, maybe more, that could be used towards trading fees.
You know, apart from crypto just being popular in Africa, was there something particularly appealing about FTX or about crypto in this moment before the FTX collapse?
Yes, absolutely. So because of runaway inflation worldwide, a lot of African currencies have been doing really poorly, especially against the dollar. So one of the main selling points for FTX and for cryptocurrency at this exact moment, kind of over the last year, has been that you can store your money in US dollars in stable coins. So you can store your Naira or your Ghanaian cedis or your Kenyan shillings in stable coins, which could be US dollar denominated or other currencies. So you were able to actually store your money not in these local currencies.
Was there a difference in these investors compared with, say, US or European investors?
Yes. So the African investors used FTX and crypto much more as you would a traditional bank account. So to store your money in a safe place, in a safe currency. And then also they use crypto a lot more for day-to-day transactions.
Alexandra, you spoke with some of these people who were FTX investors, who were brand ambassadors for them. Can you tell us some of their stories?
One person that I spoke to was Muhammad Sabiu, who's 27, and he started working for FTX in August, so relatively recently. He was trading crypto for a living because he thought that he could make more money doing that than at the job he had previously. And so he got involved with FTX. He answered some questions on an official FTX Telegram group in Hausa, which is a language widely spoken in northern Nigeria. And so they hired him as an ambassador, and he was paid $800 a month plus $200 for marketing materials to educate people about FTX and cryptocurrency and get people to sign up for accounts and trade on the platform. He lost about $2,000 he had in FTX when it filed for bankruptcy, which was money that he was due to transfer for the balance of payment for a piece of land in his hometown where he wanted to open up a blockchain school to teach people in his hometown and the area area more about cryptocurrency trading. So he's ended up with just 1/3 of the property because that was the down payment that he'd made before FTX imploded. So now basically his plans for his blockchain school are on hold. He's back to earning maybe $100 a month instead of $1,000, which is a big difference, especially because he has a 1-year-old son. So he's, kind of back to square one, and also, feeling very badly about having so many of his neighbors and community members sign up for this platform and also lose money on it.
What's the general feeling then from FTX investors in Africa who seem to, at the moment, have lost their funds?
Yeah, it seems to be a relatively common thread that they obviously are kind of flabbergasted that this happened and disappointed because a lot of them really believed in the Sam Bankman-Fried message of altruism and kind of, I don't know if you can say, saving the world through cryptocurrency. A lot of them really bought into that idea. But as a general rule, they also seem to still be into cryptocurrency, and they still want to invest in it, and they want to own it, and they want to use it to further kind of their own financial plans. So yeah, I think that despite the fact that a lot of people lost money or have money stuck with FTX, I haven't talked to one person who said that it had turned them off of crypto.
Have FTX or Sam Bankman-Fried commented on its Africa business or the customers there?
So Sam Bankman-Fried said via a spokesman that one of his biggest regrets is letting down the customers and employees of FTX, and FTX, the company, hasn't said anything specifically about the African customers.
All right, that's our reporter, Alexandra Wexler. Alexandra, thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much.
And that's it for today's Tech News Briefing. If you want more tech stories, check out our website, WSJ.com. I'm Zoe Thomas for the Wall Street Journal. Thanks for listening.